If you're looking for some awesome movies or TV shows featuring survival movies in 2023, you just click on the right video. Get ready to dive into these amazing ones that showcase unique connections.
We're excited to share this ranking with you and would love to hear your favorites in the comments.
Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again.
Number 1. Society of the Snow. Director, J.A. Bayona. October 12, 1972, a charter plane takes off from Uruguay bound for Chile.
There are 5 crew members and 40 passengers on board, most of them members of the Old Christians rugby team, plus some friends and family who were persuaded to accompany the team for a few days due to the advantageous ticket price. But the flight takes them over the dangerous Andes, where disaster strikes and the plane crashes. At first, the 29 survivors of the accident still have hope of being rescued quickly. The wounded are cared for, luggage is searched for useful items, provisions are rationalized and search planes passing in the distance are called. But the rapid drop in temperatures during the winter nights soon claims more victims and the little food they have is quickly depleted.
Number 2. Nowhere. Director, Albert Pinto.
A young pregnant woman escapes from a country at war by hiding in a maritime container aboard a cargo ship. After a violent storm, where she must fight to survive. The heavily pregnant Mia, Ana Castillo, and her husband Nico, Tamar Novas, have managed to escape from their totalitarian homeland. They want to reach another country by sea and build a better future there. But the two are separated during a terrible storm and Mia is then left alone in the container in which they were hiding. She drifts across the sea without a guide and without food. Will she succeed in saving her own life and that of her daughter and in embracing her beloved Nico again?
Number 3. True Spirit. Director, Sarah Spillane.
Jessica Watson, Tegan Croft, has a big dream to fulfill and she's not going to let anyone stop her.
She is a vital young woman with a lot of tenacity, which has made him propose to go around the world in her boat.
Jessica's plan is to become the youngest person to fly around the world non-stop alone. Many expect her to fail, but her mentor Ben Bryant, Cliff Curtis, and her parents unconsciously support her.
Thanks to them, Jessica will embark on her exciting journey.
Feature film adaptation of the autobiographical book, Solo with Pink Lady, Conquering the World at 16.
Number 4.
Concrete Utopia. Director, Taeyem. After a powerful earthquake, Seoul is devastated, leaving only the ruins of the great city. Wongung Apartment is the only place that is still standing after the tragedy, turning into a shelter for survivors.
Young Tak temporarily guides the residents of Wonggung's apartment.
As the crisis unfolds, young Tak tries to protect residents from strangers who are slowly arriving. Min Sung, who is a civil servant, is chosen by young Tak and becomes his assistant, and meanwhile Myung Hwa, Min Sung's wife, a nurse, helps take care of her. Of the injured. As time passes, the number of people in the building only increases, requiring special measures.
Number 5. On Fire. Director, Peter Facinelli.
Dave Laughlin, Peter Facinelli, and Sarah, Fiona Dourif. The couple's pride and joy is their son, who is doing so well at school and sports that he could be considered for a university scholarship. One day, however, the family receives news that a devastating forest fire has broken out and is heading straight for their house.
Dave tries to find materials to make his home fireproof.
When he returns, however, the authorities order everyone to leave the area immediately. However, the official evacuation route is already in the fire's catchment area, so there seems to be no way out for the Laughlins.
Number 6. Acid. Director, Just Philippot.
Acid is a drama and fantasy film, co-written and directed by Just Philippot, that follows the story of a family that is separated when, in the middle of a heat wave, a gigantic and ominous cloud appears in the city. The first reports fail to assign an origin or cause for the appearance of the phenomenon, but as they study it, the cloud begins to spread a rain that turns out to be acid, lethal for those who touch it. The family must reunite and then plan an escape from the cloud, which has become a plague that threatens the entire world.
Number 7. Night of the Hunted. Director, Frank Kalfoun.
Alice, Camille Rowe, who runs the social media presence of a pharmaceutical company, and her colleague John, Jeremy Scipio, have been sitting in the car all day.
They are slowly starting to get on each other's nerves. So John stops at a rest stop to fill up and let Alice buy some provisions.
When she goes to pay, however, the cash register is empty. Then the young woman discovers blood on the shelves and the body of the gas station attendant. In a panic, she wants to leave the little shop, but suddenly she is shot at from an unknown direction.
Alice is hit in the shoulder and just manages to get back into the shop. Whenever she looks out for a moment, more bullets fly around her ears.
John, who has not noticed what has happened, enters the building and is promptly shot in the back.
Number 8. Sudane Souls. Director, Thomas Bidegane.
Ben, Giles Lelouch, and Laura, Milani Thierry, are a passionate but volatile couple who embark on a round-the-world sailing adventure to give their relationship a new start. During their trip, they decide to explore a vast deserted island which they discover off the coast of Chile. Caught in a violent storm, they shelter in an abandoned whaling station for the night but wake up the next morning to find their boat has disappeared. Stranded in a hostile environment with no means of communication, dwindling supplies and winter approaching, they must work together in a life-and-death battle for survival that will challenge their feelings and change their relationship forever.
Number 9. No One Will Save You. Director, Brian Duffield. An exiled, anxiety-ridden homebody must battle an alien who's found its way into her home. Bryn Adams, Caitlin Dever, is a friendless outsider who has had a rough time in life. The talented artist has therefore completely withdrawn into her home. It is the only place where she feels safe and somewhat comfortable. However, that changes one day when strange noises startle her awake. Bryn investigates and finds out that alien creatures have apparently entered the building and are targeting them. But the young woman doesn't want to give up without a fight and defends herself with all the means at her disposal. Number 10. Box Barcelona. Director, David Pastor. Box Barcelona is an expansion of the Bird Box universe.
From the same producers of the global phenomenon that won over audiences in 2018, after a mysterious force decimates the world's population, causing everyone who sees it to take their lives, Sebastian, Mario Casas, and his daughter Anna, Alejandra Howard, must face a journey of survival through the desolate streets of Barcelona. But as they develop an uneasy alliance with other survivors in search of a safe place, they discover an even more frightening threat that continues to grow, without forgetting to cover their eyes from the evil that pursues them.